tunakusii tutazame kwa neema nyingi na baraka sisi watumishi wako ambao umeridhika kutuita kwa nyadhifa za uongozi katika jamhuri yetu. Tunakuomba utujalie kuyatenda na kufikiria mambo yote yatakayofikishwa mbele yetu kwa njia ya haki na uaminifu, ili tutawisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya nchi yetu na wale ambao wajazao umezikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amina. So thank you, members. We do apologize for the delay. It was because of a technical glitch that could not be avoided. So, clerk, order of business.
Order number 1, administration of vote.
Next.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next.
Order number 3, messages, 5 papers.
Next.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Honorable Leader of Majority, notice to your motion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the opportunity I beg to move the notice of motion that this House approves the report of Powers and Privileges Committee on the alleged breach of privileges by
Order number 8, motion by Honorable Philip Rono, the majority leader.
Thank you. Before you move the motion, the Honorable Majority Leader, I want to give a direction on participation in debate and voting by members advancedly mentioned in a report of the Committee of the Powers and Privileges. Honorable members, we are about to commence a debate on the motion for the adoption of the report of the Committee of Powers and Privileges concerning the conduct of certain members of this Assembly. Before I call upon the mover of the motion, I wish to provide guidance to the Assembly on a critical matter of procedure, integrity, and law that touches upon the art of our deliberations today. Honorable members, the report before us, prepared by the Committee of Powers and Privileges under the authority of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, contains the findings and the recommendations that advancedly mention specific members of this Assembly. The business before us is to consider and pronounce ourselves on these findings. The principles of leadership and integrity are not merely aspirational, they are binding constitutional and statutory obligations, and Article 73 of the Constitution establishes that the authority assigned to the state officer is a public trust to be exercised in a manner that promotes public confidence in the integrity of the office. It further requires objectivity and impartiality in decision making, ensuring that the decisions are not influenced by the improper motives. This is reinforced by Article 75, which explicitly requires a state officer to behave in a manner that avoids any conflicts between personal interest and public or official duties. Whereas these constitutional principles are given further effect by legislation, the Conflict of Interest Act defines a conflict of interest as a situation where the private interest of a public official could improperly influence the performance of the official duties. A private interest includes a personal benefit or advantage that a public officer may gain, which could influence their judgment. Specifically, members, Section 11 of the Conflict of Interest Act requires a member of the County Assembly to declare any direct, peculiar interest or benefit in any debate or proceedings of the County Assembly or its committees. More importantly, members, Section 30 of the same Act establishes a mandatory duty to recuse it states a public officer shall recuse himself or herself from any discussion, decision, debate, or vote on any matter in respect of which the public officer will be in conflict of interest. Furthermore, Standing Order number 97 of the Kericho County Assembly Standing Orders on declaration of interest mandates that a member who wishes to speak on any matter in which they have a personal interest must first of all declare that interest. While our standing orders do not explicitly bar a member from voting on a matter where they have a personal interest, save for a peculiar one, understanding order number 83, 3, they are subservient to the constitutional and national legislation. The Conflict of Interest Act, being an act of parliament enacted to operationalize Chapter 6 of the Constitution, provides the clearer and overriding directives in this instance. It requires for recusal from debate and voting in an equivocal. Additionally, members, Standing Order number 178A of the Kericho County Assembly as Standing Orders provides a guiding principle for our own procedures. It states that a member who is advancedly mentioned in a matter under deliberation by a committee shall not be prevented at any meeting at which the committee is deliberating on the matter, but the member may appear to adduce evidence as a witness before the committee. While this standing orders applies to the committee's proceedings, its spirit is to ensure impartiality and prevent conflict of interest. It is logical and imperative to extend this principle to the deliberations of the plenary where it is considering the very report emanating from such a committee process. Honorable members, a member who has been advancedly mentioned in the report has a direct and significant personal interest in the outcome of this debate and the subsequent vote. Allowing such a member to participate in the debate, influence the opinion of other members, and vote on a matter concerning their own conduct will constitute a severe conflict of interest. It will compromise the interest of our proceedings and undermine the public confidence in this assembly. We cannot sit in a judgment of ourselves. Therefore, guided by my authority as a speaker to uphold the Constitution, the laws of the Republic, and our standing orders, and to ensure the orderly and dignified conduct of our business, I now issue the following directives. Members, 1. Any member who is the subject of an advance findings or recommendation in the report of the Committee of Powers and Privileges currently before this assembly is hereby directed to withdraw from the chambers and the presence of the assembly for the entire duration of the debate and voting on this motion. Number 2, the such a term shall ensure that this direction is complied with. Then direction number 3, that this direction is made. So I'm giving 2 directions. So this direction is meant to safeguard the integrity of the proceedings of this assembly and to ensure that our decisions are and are seen to be impartial and in the public interest. I thank you. As one of the members, you've heard the directive that the members who were advancedly mentioned in this report, since we are giving a verdict today and because of the conflict of interest, I direct the members who were mentioned in this report to kindly excuse yourself and move outside the chambers of the county assembly. Thank you. I've seen the Honorable Paul B. It is okay. I've seen the Honorable Albert Kikoech. It's okay. If you know that you were mentioned in a way, you just excuse yourself.
office together with that of the county assembly clerk, Mr. Speaker, to at least also provide several copies for honorable members to be going through, and also encourage the honorable members that we have a library, we have a research department, Mr. Speaker, that if they feel they should be going through this maybe before they engage, Mr. Speaker, in any work within the county assembly or any behavior that is against this act, together with the standing orders. Mr. Speaker, maybe through your guidance, Mr. Speaker,
I'm saying your observation is noted.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. You will allow me, Mr. Speaker, because of the voluminous, the report is so voluminous, Mr. Speaker. You will allow me, maybe I'll start, or you allow me, anyway, Mr. Speaker, allow me, I'll read very fast, Mr. Speaker.
Begin from the mandate of the committee.
Yes, the mandate of the Powers and Privileges Committee. And I request the attention of the honorable members so that even as the decision is made by this House, Mr. Speaker, each and every honorable member should be aware of what is contained in the report. Still, the report, Mr. Speaker, is within the website of the County Assembly. They can go through, and equally they can listen as I read, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, mandate of the Powers and Privileges Committee. The Powers and Privileges Committee is established pursuant to Section 15(1) of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, Mr. Speaker, which is this one, Mr. Speaker, which states that there is established for each county assembly a committee known as Committee of Powers and Privileges, consisting of the Speaker, who shall be the chairperson of the committee, and such other members of the assembly as may be provided in the standing orders of the county assembly. Section 15(4) of the Act provides for the functions of the committee, which are to inquire into the conduct of a member whose conduct is alleged to constitute a breach of privilege in terms of Section 16, and B, perform such other functions as may be specified in this Act. The County Assembly of Kericho approved the membership of the Powers and Privileges Committee on 3rd December of 2024. 1.2, Mr. Speaker, membership of the committee. The committee members are as follows: Honorable Dr. Patrick Mutai, Speaker, who is the chairperson; Honorable Chiruyot Bet, member; Honorable Philip Rono, member; Honorable Beatrice Chepkemoi, member; Honorable Aaron Totich, member; Honorable Philip Mutai, member; Honorable Jessica Chemweno, member; Honorable Evelyn Chebogen, member; Honorable Paul Chirchir, member. Background of the alleged disorderly conduct committal to the Powers and Privileges Committee. On 18 August 2025, the Office of the Surgeon at Times reported an incident of the disorderly conduct by honorable members which occurred at around 19:30 hours in and outside the County Assembly chamber during the special sitting on 15 August 2025 on the debate on the removal of the County Governor, His Excellency Dr. Eric Mutai, by impeachment. It was reported that during the debate, and particularly at the voting stage, which was conducted electronically, some of the honorable members engaged disorderly, which included physical and verbal altercation. The incident was reported to the Office of the Speaker of the County Assembly pursuant to Section 15 of the Powers and Privileges Act. The report indicated that the following members were involved: 1. Honorable Noela Opile; 2. Honorable Erin Chebet; 3. Honorable Edna Tanui; 4. Honorable Dora Keino; Honorable Fancy Korir; Honorable Albert Kipkoech; Honorable Paul B; Honorable Hilary Bosupen; Honorable Vincent Kirui; Honorable Francis Terer; Honorable Kimweno Kirui; and Honorable Anthony Ruto, Honorable Gabriela Chemweno, Honorable Ezron Kimweno, Honorable Anita Mibei, Honorable Dominic Mutai. The Committee on Powers and Privileges conducted its investigation to conclusion and reported to the House pursuant to Standing Order 55 that some of the mentioned honorable members indeed engaged in a disorderly conduct, both in physical and verbal altercation and destruction of properties within the precincts of the County Assembly. The Honorable Speaker informed the House that the said members were in breach of Kericho County Assembly Standing Orders and Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya on Leadership and Integrity. Committee's preparation meetings. The committee held its first meeting to consider the matter on 9 September 2025, where modalities of the inquiry were agreed. The committee agreed that the honorable members who had been adversely mentioned in the matter and the deliberation shall be invited to appear before the committee to give evidence. Hearings into the alleged disorderly conduct were done on 17, 18, and 19 September of 2025. Acknowledgement. Allow me to take, that was a preface, Mr. Speaker. I'll come to the acknowledgement later. Allow me to go to 2.0, Mr. Speaker. Legal framework for the investigation of disorderly and gross misconduct by members of the County Assembly of Kericho. Introduction and mandate. This framework guided the Kericho County Assembly Committee on Powers and Privileges herein after the committee and its inquiry into alleged acts of disorderly conduct and gross misconduct by members of the County Assembly MCAs. The acts included fighting, shouting, property damage, throwing stones, disrupting the speaker's procession, obstructing the sergeant terms, and other forms of verbal and physical violence as purported to have occurred during and after the governor's impeachment proceedings within the presence of the County Assembly. The investigation is predicated on the allegation that this conduct was intended to reflect adversely on the dignity and integrity of the County Assembly. The investigation was anchored in the specific provisions of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, the Leadership and Integrity Act of 2012, and the Kericho County Assembly Standing Orders to ensure a fair, transparent, and legal sound process. Foundation legal principles and specific provisions. The committee's investigation and all subsequent actions was guided by the following overarching principles and constitutional articles. A. Supremacy of the Constitution, Article 2. All actions taken must be consistent with the Constitution, which is the supreme law of the Republic and binds all personal and state organs, and that contravenes the Constitution is invalid. B. National values and principles of governance, Article 10. The committee and all members are bound by national values, including the rule of law, good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability. These values must be applied when interpreting the Constitution or any law. Leadership and integrity, Chapter 6. As state officers, members of the County Assembly are subject to Chapter 6 of the Constitution. Article 73(1)(a), authority assigned to a state officer is a public trust, should be exercised in a manner that brings honor to the nation and dignity to the office and promotes public confidence. Article 75(1)(c), state officer is required to behave, whether in public or private life, in a manner that avoids demeaning the office of the officer holds. Fair administrative action, Article 47, and fair hearing, Article 50. The committee conducted its proceedings in a manner that is procedurally fair, lawful, and reasonable. Every person, including the accused members, had the right to a fair hearing before the committee. The accused members were informed of the complaint and given a reasonable opportunity to respond on the issue. Jurisdiction and functions of the Committee of Powers and Privileges. Establishment of the committee is provided under Section 15, County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act. The committee is established for each county assembly, consisting of the speaker as the chairperson and other members, as provided in the standing orders. Section 15(4)(a) and 15(5), the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act provides for the core function of the committee. The committee's primary function is to inquire into the conduct of a member whose actions are alleged to constitute a breach of privilege or misconduct. The inquiry can be initiated on the committee's own motion or based on the complaint from any person, which must be commenced within 14 days of the receipt. Defining the alleged misconduct specific legal provisions. The committee investigated the specific allegations which fall under several legal definitions. A. Disorderly and gross disorderly conduct, Kericho County Assembly Standing Orders P, Standing Orders 115, disorderly conduct. Conduct is defined as disorderly if a member, A, creates actual disorder, B, uses or threatens violence against another member or a person, C, otherwise acts to be serious detriment of the dignity or orderly procedure of the assembly. Standing Order 114, gross disorderly conduct. A member commits an act of gross disorderly conduct if they, 1, use violence against a member or other person in the assembly or a committee, B, disrupt or attempt to disrupt the speaker's procession, C, removed or attempt to remove the mace from its place in the chamber, D, commit any other breach that the speaker deems to be gross disorderly conduct. Part 3, Mr. Speaker, breach of privilege. County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, Section 16E. A member is in breach of privilege if they conduct themselves in a manner which, in the committee's opinion, is intended or is likely to reflect adversely on the dignity or integrity of a county assembly or its members. This directly addresses the stated intent of members' conduct. Section 16C, a member is also in breach if they willfully fail to refuse to obey any rule, order, or resolution of the county assembly. C, prohibited acts and criminal offences. County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act of 2017. Section 26(1)(a), it is an offense to assault, threaten, use abusive language against, obstruct, or molest any member proceedings to, within, or leaving the presence of the assembly. Section 26(1)(b), it is an offense to assault, threaten, interfere with, molest, resist, or obstruct any member of staff, including the sergeant at arms, while in the execution of their duty. Section 26(1)(d), it is an offense to create or take part in any unlawful disturbance which interrupts or is likely to interrupt the proceedings of the assembly or a committee while it is sitting. The alleged acts of fighting, throwing stones, physical and verbal violence, disrupting the speaker's procession, and obstructing the sergeant at arms fall squarely within these legal definitions. 2.5, Mr. Speaker, investigative procedure and powers of the committee. The committee shall follow a structured process grounded in constitutional and statutory powers. 1, initiation of inquiry. The inquiry can begin on the committee's own motion or from a complaint lodged by any person. In this case, they began the investigation after receiving a report from the Sergeant at Arms Department on the happenings of 15 August 2025. 2, summoning witnesses and evidence. Article 195 of the Constitution and Section 18 of Powers and Privileges Act of 2017. A county assembly and its committees have the same powers as the High Court to summon any person to appear to give evidence or provide any information, paper, book, or record. Examination of witnesses, Section 19 of the Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, the committee required the witnesses to be examined under oath. Witnesses were entitled to the same rights and privileges as those before a court of law. Right to be heard, Section 42(4), Leadership and Integrity Act, the accused members were informed of the complaints via letters dated 10th September 2025 and be given reasonable opportunity to respond on the issues before the investigation was concluded. Committee's methodology. In its preparation meetings, the committee noted that the inquiry into the alleged disorderly conduct by some honorable members was time-bound and had to be concluded within 14 days as provided for in Section 15(6) of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act of 2017. It was therefore agreed that the inquiry would be done through examination of the witnesses. The following witnesses were lined up to appear before the committee to give evidence. 1, Noela Opile. 2, Irene Chebet. 3, Honorable Edna Tanui, Honorable Dora Kano, Honorable Fancy Corrido, Honorable Albert Kipkoech, and Honorable Paul B. Honorable Hilary Basubeng, Honorable Vincent Kirui, Honorable Francis Terero, Honorable Kimweno Kirui, Honorable Anthony Ruto, Honorable Gabriela Chemweno, Honorable Israel Kimweno, Honorable Anita Mibei, Honorable Dominic Mutai, Honorable Gilbert Kirui, Honorable Justice Maritim, Honorable Julius Langat, and Honorable Bernard Biegon. Sorry, Mr. Speaker, from number 17, it is the Gilbert Kirui, that is the Sergeant at Arms, Justice Maritim, Sergeant at Arms, Julius Langat, Security Warden, and Bernard Biegon, Security Warden. The charges: conduct constituting breach of standing orders 83, 114 G and H, 115 1, Section 16 and 26 of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, which sections and paragraphs provide respectively as follows: 411 Standing Order 83 decorum during division. 1. No member shall be obliged to vote in a division, but those present and not voting shall either A. In the case of electronic voting, press the abstain button, or in the case of roll call voting, record their abstention with the clerk. B. 2. It shall be disorderly conduct for a member to fail to record his or her abstention in a division. 3. A member shall not vote on any question in which the member has pecuniary interest. 4. During division, members shall maintain order in the assembly and shall be in their designated seats and must remain seated until the result is announced. 412 Standing Order 114 G and H, it says: 1. A member commits an act of gross disorderly if A. Uses violence against a member or other person in the assembly or committee. B. Disrupt or attempts to disrupt the speaker's procession. 413 Standing Order 115 1, disorderly conduct. Conduct is disorderly if the member concerned A. creates actual disorder, knowingly raises a false point of order. C. Uses or threatens violence against a member or any other person. D. Persists in making serious allegations without, in the speaker's opinion, adequate substantiation. E. Otherwise abuses his or her privileges, deliberately give false information to the assembly. G. Votes more than once is in breach of these standing orders. H. Commits any serious breach of these standing orders. And I. Unnecessarily interrupts proceedings or consults in a disruptive manner. J. Fails to record abstention in a division or acts in any other way to the serious settlement of the dignity or orderly procedure of the assembly. 421, Mr. Speaker, Section 16 of Powers and Privileges Act. 1. Conduct constituting breach of privilege. The Committee of Powers and Privileges may find a member to be in breach of privilege if the member A. contravenes Section 25, 26, 1, 27, or 29. B. Commits an act mentioned in Section 28, 1A, B, or 2 and 3, D, E, F, or G. Willfully fails to refuse to obey any rule, order, or resolution of the County Assembly. And D. Contravenes any provisions of the Speaker's orders issued under Section 40 of this Act. Or E. Conducts himself or herself in a manner which, in the opinion of the Committee on Powers and Privileges, is intended or is likely to reflect adversely on the dignity or integrity of the County Assembly, or of the members, or to be contrary to the best interest of the County Assembly or its members. Section 26 of the Powers and Privileges Act. 1. Prohibited acts in respect of the County Assembly and its members. A person shall not A. Assault, threaten, use abusive language, obstruct, molest, or insult any member proceeding. 2. Being within or leaving the presence of the County Assembly, or endeavor to compel any member by force, insult, or menace to declare himself or herself in a favor of or against any preposition or matter pending or expected to be brought before the county assembly or any committee. B, assault, threaten, use abusive language, interfere with, molest, resist, or obstruct any member of the staff while in the execution of his or her duty. C, assault or threaten a member or unlawfully deprive a member of any benefit on account of the member's conduct in a county assembly. D, while a county assembly or a committee is sitting, create or take part in any unlawful disturbance which interrupts or is likely to interrupt the proceedings of the county assembly or any committee while a county assembly or the committee is sitting, or A, fail or refuse to comply with an instructions by a duly authorized member of the staff or a police officer regarding 1, the presence of the public in the presence of the county assembly, including a meeting within the presence of a county assembly, or 2, the possession of any article including a firearm within the presence. 2, a person including a member who contravenes subsection 1 commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a fine not exceeding 500,000 shillings or to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 2 years or both. Honorable members accused. 1, Honorable Gabriela Chemweno, Charge 1, shouting unnecessarily, thereby interrupting proceedings contrary to Standing Order 115.1. Count 1, those are the charges now, Mr. Speaker. Count 1 is allegation of interrupting chamber proceedings that the Honorable Member of the County Assembly on 15 August 2025 during a special sitting for the removal of Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment interrupted an ongoing proceeding by shouting unnecessarily without express permission from the Speaker. Chai 2, Mr. Speaker, is failing to record abstention in a division despite being in the Assembly chambers contrary to Standing Order 83.2. Count 1, allegations of failing to record abstention in a division. That on 15 August 2025, during the special sitting of the removal of the governor by way of impeachment, the Honorable Member failed to record abstention during division, which had been called by the Speaker and was by way of electronic voting. 432, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Anthony Ruto. Charge 1, Mr. Speaker, is speaking the answered recorder causing a scuffle and necessarily interrupting proceedings contrary to Standing Order number 115.1. Mr. Speaker, count 1, allegations of interrupting chamber proceedings. That the Honorable Member of the County Assembly on 15 August 2025 during a special sitting for the removal of the Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment interrupted an ongoing proceedings by picking the answered recorder from the Speaker's table, thus causing a commotion at the chambers. Count 2, Mr. Speaker, allegations of picking the answered recorder. Mr. Speaker, that the Honorable Member took the answered recorder from the Speaker's table without express permission from the Speaker. The answered recorder has since been reported missing by the office of the answered editor. 433, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Albert Kipkoech. Charge 1, Mr. Speaker, engaging in violence against Honorable Irene Chebet contrary to Standing Order 114.1G. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of engaging in an altercation. That on 15 August 2025, during a special sitting for the removal of Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment, the Honorable Member engaged in an altercation with Honorable Irene Chebet Langat. 434, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Dominic Mutai. Mr. Speaker, Charge 1, engaging in a scuffle to take the answered recorder and shouting unnecessarily contrary to Standing Order number 115.1. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegations on interrupting chamber proceedings. That the Honorable Member of the County Assembly on 15 August 2025 during a special sitting for the removal of Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment interrupted an ongoing proceeding by shouting unnecessarily without express permission from the Speaker. Count 2, Mr. Speaker, allegations of taking the answered recorder. That the Honorable Member was seen fighting for the answered recorder with other members. The answered recorder has since been reported missing by the office of the answered editor. Charge 2, Mr. Speaker, failing to record his abstention in a division despite being in the assembly chambers, contrary to Standing Order 83-2 and 115-1. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of failing to record abstention in a division. That on 15 August 2025, during the special sitting of the removal of the governor by way of impeachment, the honorable member failed to record abstention during the division, which had been called by the Speaker and was by way of electronic voting. 435, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Noela Opilo Omolo. Charge 1, Mr. Speaker, shouting unnecessarily, thereby interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to Standing Order number 115-1. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of interrupting chamber proceedings. That the Honorable Member of the County Assembly on 15 August 2025, during the special sitting for the removal of Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment, interrupted an ongoing proceedings by shouting unnecessarily without express permission from the Speaker. Charge 2, Mr. Speaker, failing to record abstention in a division despite being in the Assembly chambers, contrary to Standing Order 83-2 and 115-1. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of failing to record abstention in a division. That on 15 August 2025, during the special sitting for the removal of governor by way of impeachment, the Honorable Member failed to record abstention during division, which had been called by the Speaker and was by way of electronic voting. Charge 3, Mr. Speaker, destruction of property contrary to Article 73(1)(a)(3), as stipulated in Section 16E of the Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, and Standing Orders 115-1, an intention to cause harm to the Speaker as stipulated in the Standing Order 114G and 115-1, Mr. Speaker. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of destruction of property. That on 15 August 2025, during the special sitting for the removal of the governor by way of impeachment, Honorable Noela Opile, Honorable Member, threw stones at the Speaker's office with the intention to destroy property at the County Assembly. Count 2, Mr. Speaker, allegation of intention to cause harm, Mr. Speaker. That on the 15th August 2025, during the special sitting for the removal of the governor by way of impeachment, the Honorable Member, that is Noela Opile, Mr. Speaker, threw stones at the Speaker's office with the intention to cause bodily harm to the Speaker of the County Assembly. 436, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Paul P. Charge 1, Mr. Speaker, engaging in a scuffle for the answered recorder, interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to Standing Order number 115-1. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegations of interrupting chamber proceedings. That the Honorable Paul B., Member of the County Assembly, on 15 August 2025, during a special sitting for the removal of Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment, interrupted an ongoing proceedings by shouting unnecessarily without express permission from the Speaker. Charge 2, count 2, Mr. Speaker, is that allegations of taking the answered recorder. That Honorable Paul B., Member of the County Assembly, was seen fighting for the answered recorder with other members. The answered recorder has since been reported missing by the office of the answered editor. Charge 2, Mr. Speaker, failing to record his abstention in a division despite being in the Assembly chambers, contrary to Standing Order 83-2. Allegation of failing to record abstention in a division, Mr. Speaker, that on 15 August 2025, during the special sitting of the removal of the governor by way of impeachment, Honorable Paul B. failed to record abstention during the division, which had been called by the Speaker and was by way of electronic voting. Charge 3, Mr. Speaker, destruction of property contrary to Article 73(1)(a)(3), as stipulated in Section 16E of the Powers and Privileges Act of 2017 and Standing Orders 115-1H, an intention to cause harm to the Speaker by use of violence, as stipulated in Standing Order 114G and 115-1C. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of destruction of property. That on 15 August 2025, during the special sitting for the removal of the Kericho Governor by way of impeachment, the Honorable Paul B., MCA, threw stones at the Speaker's office with the intention to destroy property of the County Assembly. Another allegation, Mr. Speaker, allegation of intention to cause harm, Mr. Speaker, that on 15 August 2025, during the special sitting for the removal of the governor by way of impeachment, the Honorable Member threw stones at the Speaker's office with the intention to cause bodily harm to the Speaker of the County Assembly. 437, Mr. Speaker, that is Honorable Irene Chebet Langat, Mr. Speaker. Charge 1, Mr. Speaker, is fighting with Honorable Dora Keino, causing damage to furniture and the ceiling and using violence against Honorable Halbert Kipkoech, contrary to Standing Order 114.1G. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of engaging in violence. That on 15 August 2025, during a special sitting for the removal of Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment, the Honorable Member engaged in an altercation with Honorable Albert Kipkoech, and on a separate occasion, Honorable Dora Keino, which was seen to be violent. Charge 2, Mr. Speaker, failing to record our abstention in a division despite being in the Assembly chambers contrary to Standing Order 83.2 and 115J. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, that is allegation of failing to record abstention in a division. That on the 15th August 2025, during the special sitting for the removal of the governor by way of impeachment, the Honorable Member failed to record abstention during the division which had been called by the Speaker and was by way of electronic voting. Charge 3, Mr. Speaker, destruction of property contrary to Article 73(1)(a)(3) as stipulated in Section 16E of the County Assembly Powers and Privileges Act of 2017 and Standing Order 115(1)(h). Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of destruction of property. That on 15 August 2025, during the special sitting for the removal of governor by way of impeachment, the Honorable Member threw a hard plastic broken from one of the chamber seats at the indicator board TV screen, which missed and hit the chamber ceiling with the intention of destroying property of the County Assembly. Mr. Speaker, 438, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Francis Terer, Mr. Speaker. Charge 1, engaging in a scuffle of the answered recorder, interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to Standing Order number 115(1)(I). Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegations of taking the answered recorder. That the Honorable Member was seen fighting for the answered recorder with other members. The answered recorder has since been reported missing by the office of the answered editor. Charge 2, Mr. Speaker, is failing to record his abstention in a division despite being in the Assembly chambers contrary to Standing Order 83.2 and 115(1)(J). Count 1, allegation of failing to record abstention in a division. That on the 15th August 2025, during the special sitting for the removal of the governor by way of impeachment, Honorable Francis Terer failed to record abstention during division, which had been called by the Speaker and was by way of electronic voting. 439, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Edina Chepkirui Tanui. Charge 1, Mr. Speaker, shouting unnecessarily, thereby interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to Standing Order number 115(1)(I) is also scaffold for the answered recorder. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation on interrupting chamber proceedings. That the Honorable Edina Chepkirui Tanui, member of the County Assembly, on 15 August 2025, during a special sitting for the removal of Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment, interrupted an ongoing proceedings by shouting unnecessarily without express permission from the Speaker. Allegation 2, Mr. Speaker, is allegation of taking the answered recorder. That the Honorable Member was seen fighting for the answered recorder with other members. The answered recorder has since been reported missing by the office of the answered editor. Charge 2, Mr. Speaker, failing to record our abstention in a division despite being in the Assembly chambers contrary to Standing Orders 83.2 and 115(1)(J). Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of failing. Sorry, Mr. Speaker, I think. Sorry, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm going to Honorable Kimweno Kirui, Mr. Speaker. Charge 1, Mr. Speaker, obstructing the sergeant at arms officers in the execution of their duties contrary to standing order number 115-1I. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of obstructing the sergeant at arms in the execution of their duty. Mr. Speaker, that the Honorable Member of the County Assembly on 15 August 2025 during a special sitting for the removal of Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment interrupted the sergeant at arms while they escorted the Speaker out of the chamber, thus interrupting the Speaker's procession. Count 2, Mr. Speaker, interrupting the Speaker's procession. That the Honorable Member interrupted the Speaker's procession while the Speaker was exiting the chamber. Charge 2, Mr. Speaker, failing to record his abstention in a division despite being in the Assembly chambers contrary to standing order 83-2 and 115-1J. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of failing to record abstention in a division. That on 15 August 2025 during the special sitting for the removal of the governor by way of impeachment, the Honorable Member failed to record abstention during division, which had been called by the Speaker and was by way of electronic voting. Honorable Fancy Chepkorir Korir, Mr. Speaker, that is 4311, Mr. Speaker. Charge 1, engaging in violence against Honorable Dora Keino contrary to standing order 114-1G. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of engaging in violence. That on 15 August 2025 during a special sitting for the removal of Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment, Honorable Member engaged in an altercation with Honorable Albert Kipkoech on a separate occasion, Honorable Dora Keino, which was seen to be violent. Charge 2, Mr. Speaker, is failing to record an abstention in a division despite being in the Assembly chambers contrary to standing orders 83-2 and 115-1J. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of failing to record abstention in a division. That on 15th August 2025 during the special sitting for the removal of the governor by way of impeachment, Honorable Fancy Korir failed to record abstention during the division, which had been called by the Speaker and was by way of electronic voting. Charge 3, Mr. Speaker, destruction of property. Article 73(1)(a)(3), Mr. Speaker, is stipulated in Section 16E of the Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, Mr. Speaker, and standing orders 115-1H. An intention to cause harm to the Speaker as stipulated in standing order 114G and standing order 115-1C. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of destruction of property. That on the 15th August 2025 during the special sitting for the removal of governor by way of impeachment, Honorable Fancy Korir threw stones at the Speaker's office with the intention to destroy property of the County Assembly. Count 2, Mr. Speaker, allegation of intention to cause harm, Mr. Speaker. That on 15 August 2025 during the special sitting for the removal of the governor by way of impeachment, Honorable Fancy Korir threw stones at the Speaker's office with intention to cause bodily harm to the Speaker of the County Assembly. 4312, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Hilary Kibet Pasuben, obstructing, Charge 1, Mr. Speaker, is obstructing the Sergeant at Arms officers in the execution of their duties contrary to standing order 115-1I. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of obstructing the Sergeant at Arms in the execution of their duty. That the Honorable Member Hilary Kibet Pasuben on 15 August 2025 during a special sitting for the removal of Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment interrupted the Sergeant at Arms while they escorted the Speaker out of the chamber, thus interrupting the Speaker's procession. Count 2, Mr. Speaker, interrupting the Speaker's procession. That the Honorable Member interrupted the Speaker's procession while the Speaker was exiting the chamber, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Esron Kimweno Ngetich. Charge 1, Mr. Speaker, is pushing and bullying Honorable Irene
and Honorable Fancy, contrary to standing order number 114 1G. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation on altercation in the chamber. That on 15 August 2025, during the special sitting for the removal of Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment, the Honorable Member engaged in the pushing and bullying Honorable Irene Chebet and Honorable Fancy Korir on a separate occasions. Honorable Vincent Kirui, Charge 1, Mr. Speaker, engaging in a scuffle for answered recorder, interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to standing order number 115. An allegation of taking, count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of taking the answered recorder. That the Honorable Member was seen fighting for the answered recorder with other members. The answered recorder has since been reported missing by the office of the answered editor. Chai 2, Mr. Speaker, failing to record his abstention in a division despite being in the assembly chambers, contrary to standing order 83-2 and 115-1J. Allegation of failing to record abstention in a division. That on the 15th August 2025, during the special sitting for the removal of a governor by way of impeachment, the Honorable Member failed to record abstention during division, which had been called by the Speaker and was by way of electronic voting. Honorable 4315, Mr. Speaker, we are almost winding. Honorable Anita Mibei, Charge 1, Mr. Speaker, is engaging in a scuffle for the answered recorder, interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to standing order number 115-1I. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation of taking the answered recorder. That the Honorable Member was seen fighting for the answered recorder with other members. The answered recorder has since been reported missing by the office of the answered editor. Chai 2, Mr. Speaker, is failing to record abstention in a division despite being in the assembly chambers contrary to standing order 83-2. Allegation of failing to record abstention in a division. That on 15 August 2025, during a special sitting for the removal of the governor by way of impeachment, Honorable Anita Mibei failed to record abstention during division, which had been called by the Speaker and was by way of electronic voting. 4316, Mr. Speaker.
What is it, Honorable Matthew?
Mr. Speaker, I've noted with the matter that before this county assembly, it requires a lot of time, Mr. Speaker. And by our time, if you can check your watch, Mr. Speaker, I rise to standing order number 130 that we extend. Standing order number 30, Mr. Speaker, that we extend time to take on a matter that before us today, Mr. Speaker. I request Honorable Chief to support.
Honorable Whip. Thank you. So I now propose the question that this House approves the extension of time until the business that was scheduled for this morning session is concluded. I put the question that this House extends time until the business that had been scheduled for this morning session is concluded. As many of that opinion say aye, as many of the contrary say nay, there is have it. Majority proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I was Honorable Anita Mibei. I was on the Honorable Anita Mibei. Count 2, Mr. Speaker, allegation of failing to record abstention in a division. No, I was in the Honorable Dora Kano, Mr. Speaker. Charge 1, Mr. Speaker, is fighting back after being accosted by Honorable Fancy Korir and Honorable Irene Chebet, contrary to standing order 114-1I, Mr. Speaker. Count 1, Mr. Speaker, allegation on physical altercation in the chamber. That on 15 August 2025, during a special sitting for the removal of Kericho County Governor by way of impeachment, Honorable Dora Kano fought back after being accosted by Honorable Fancy Korir and Honorable Fancy Chebet on a separate occasion.
That is the end of the charges for the honorable members, Mr. Speaker. Now, hearing, that is 4.0, Mr. Speaker, hearing from witnesses or the accused, Mr. Speaker. The witnesses and accused members of the County Assembly appeared before the Committee on Powers and Privileges to give evidence, namely, Honorable Noela Opile, that is MCA, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Irene Chebet, Honorable Edina Tanui, Honorable Dora Kane, Honorable Fancy Corrido, Honorable Albert Kipkoech, Honorable Paul B., Honorable Hilary Bosubeno, Honorable Vincent Kirui, Honorable Francis Terero, Honorable Kimweno Kirui, Honorable Anthony Ruta, Honorable Gabriela Chemweno, Honorable Ezron Kimweno, Honorable Anita Mibei, Honorable Dominic Mutai. Those are members of the County Assembly, Mr. Speaker, and Gilbert Kirui, Justice Maritime, Julius Langat, Bernard Biegon. Those are Sergeant at Arms and Security Wardens, respectively, Mr. Speaker. Submission by Gilbert Kirui and Justice Maritime, Sergeant at Arms, Mr. Speaker. Sergeant at Arms officers examined under oath outlined their mandate, including investigative duties. They reported 4 key incidents during the 15th August 2025 impeachment sitting. 1, Mr. Speaker, attempted arson. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, forceful entry using county vehicle KAH 075Y. 3, Mr. Speaker, fracas inside the County Assembly chambers. And 4, Mr. Speaker, disorderly conduct by members outside the chambers. A total of 16 members were implicated in the disorderly conduct. The officers submitted CCTV footage and video evidence, which the committee admitted. Key findings included, Mr. Speaker, 1, Honorable Paul B. was captured on a CCTV footage hurling stones at the Speaker's office. 2, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Noela Obile and Honorable Fancy Korir were also seen throwing stones, corroborated by eyewitness Julius Langat and Bernard Biegon. 3, Mr. Speaker, a fact-finding inspection revealed 4 broken window bends, couple of stones, and broken chamber chairs in the Speaker's office. Photographic evidence was provided. Another exhibit, KCA SAA EX2, Mr. Speaker, a broken chair piece, was submitted as evidence. 5, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Francis Terero was identified as having confiscated the answered recorders. And these findings support allegations of violence, destruction of property, and obstruction of assembly operations. Submissions by Honorable Gabriela Chemweno, Mr. Speaker, allegation was shouting unnecessarily, thereby interrupting proceedings of the House contrary to Standing Order number 115-1. The Honorable Member admitted under oath to being present during the 15th August 2025 special sitting and confirmed that the CCTV footage accurately showed her actions. She acknowledged shouting in the chambers, which interrupted proceedings contrary to Standing Order 115-1. Mr. Speaker, she cited lack of trust in the electronic voting system and the chaotic environment as reasons for her actions. The member confirmed she did not participate in the electronic voting, violating the standing orders. During the hearing, she apologized to the committee for her misconduct and acknowledged not following proper procedures to raise grievances. She also clarified that her previous public statements made in the Senate were unrelated to the committee's current proceedings. She exited the assembly precincts through the ICT office to Gate B. That is by the CCTV footage, Mr. Speaker. In closing, she apologized again and pleaded for leniency for the committee. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, submission by Honorable Anthony Ruto. Allegation is speaking the answer recorder causing a scuffle unnecessarily interrupting proceedings contrary to Standing Order number 115-1. The member under oath confirmed the CCTV footage showing him picking the answer recorder from the Speaker's desk after being informed by Honorable Dora that it had been forgotten. She stated he acted in good faith to safeguard the recorder. However, upon handing it to Honorable Peter Kemoy, a scuffle broken out broke out between Honorable Edina Tanui and Honorable Francis Terer over its possession, resulting in an interruption of the Assembly's proceedings, contrary to Standing Order number 115-1. Submissions by Honorable Albert Kipkoe, number 3, Mr. Speaker, allegation of engaging in physical altercation with Honorable Irene Chebet, contrary to Standing Order number 114-1G. The member appeared before the committee and confirmed the CCTV footage as accurate. He stated his initial intention was to protect a mess during the scuffle involving Honorable Vincent Kirui and Honorable Kibet Pasuben and Honorable Paul B. During this, Honorable Irene Chebet slapped him from behind, prompting him to pursue her to understand her actions. But he was stopped by Honorable Ezron Kimweno. He also confirmed witnessing Honorable Francis Terer pick the answers recorder. Number 5, submissions by Honorable Dominic Mutai. Allegations were picking the answer recorder causing scuffle, and 2, shouting unnecessarily contrary to Standing Order number 115-1I. The member under oath admitted to shouting during the special sitting but denied engaging in violence, stating his intent was to separate members involved in a scuffle. He confirmed he did not vote in the impeachment motion on 15 August 2020 and denied picking the answer recorder. He emphasized on the importance of emotional control among members during the tense proceedings like impeachment, urging better conduct in future if similar situations occur. Number 6, Mr. Speaker, is submissions by Honorable Noela Upile. Allegations is shouting unnecessarily, thereby interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to Standing Order number 115. Honorable member appeared before the committee under oath regarding allegations of shouting unnecessarily during the proceedings contrary to Standing Order number 115-1. Video footage confirmed that she was shouting, which she admitted, citing duress and an attempt to seek help for Honorable Kimweno Kirui, who she claimed had fainted. Though this was not corroborated by the footage, CCTV further captured her throwing a stone at the Speaker's office, which she denied despite supporting evidence, including exhibit, photos, and account of eyewitness. She acknowledged that her conduct could bring disrepute to her office and apologized, seeking leniency. Mr. Speaker, number 7, submission by Honorable Paul B. Allegations is engaging in a scuffle for answered recorder, thereby interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to Standing Order number 115-1. And the Honorable member was also captured on CCTV footage hurling stones directly at the Speaker's office, being aided by Honorable Noela Upile and Honorable Fancy Korir. The Honorable member appeared before the committee and was examined under oath regarding allegations of hurling stones at the Speaker's office and engaging in a scuffle for the answered recorder, thereby disrupting proceedings contrary to Standing Order number 115-1. The member denied throwing any stones, despite the committee being presented with CCTV footage and physical exhibits KCA SAA-X1 by the Sergeant at Arms. A site visit by the committee to the Speaker's office confirmed broken window, bends, consistent with the video footage. Further, the eyewitness has confirmed to have seen Honorable Paul B. actually throwing stones. Regarding the scuffle over the answer recorded, the eyewitness also denied involvement, although the video evidence presented appeared to indicate otherwise. The member insisted that he was not part of the disruption. In his closing remarks, the Honorable member expressed regret for the events of the 15th August 2025 and emphasized the importance of upholding dignity and maturity, especially during emotionally charged sessions. He asked the committee to exercise fairness in their judgment and pledged to respect its findings. Additionally, he raised concern about political utterances made by a committee member related to the case, suggesting possible bias in the inquiry process. Number 8, Mr. Speaker, is submission by Honorable Irene Chebet Langat. Allegations are fighting with Honorable Dora Keino, causing damage to furniture and the ceiling. 2 is physical altercation with Honorable Albert Kipkoech, contrary to standing order 114 1G. The Honorable member appeared before the committee and was examined under oath regarding allegations of the engaging in a physical fight with Honorable Dora Keino, causing damage to furniture and ceiling, and engaging in a physical altercation with Honorable Albert Kipkoech, contrary to standing order 114 1G. While she confirmed being present in the assembly chamber on 15 August 2025, she denied breaking any seat or throwing it to the ceiling, admitting only to throwing a water bottle. However, the committee site visit confirmed a broken seat and a hole in the ceiling, corroborating the presented exhibit KCA SAA Exhibit 2. She denied involvement in any altercation with Honorable Albert Kipkoech despite contradicting video evidence. Regarding the alleged fight with Honorable Dora Keino, the member claimed memory loss due to an underlying medical condition of pressure, Mr. Speaker. She also admitted unfamiliarity with standing order 75 and 76 on voting and requested time to familiarize herself. In closing, Mr. Speaker, she regretted the offense and asked for leniency, pledging future civility, Mr. Speaker. Submission by Honorable Francis Terrer, Mr. Speaker. Allegations were engaging in a scuffle for the answer recorder, thereby interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to standing order 115 1I. The Honorable member appeared before the committee and was examined under oath regarding the allegations of engaging in a scuffle for the answer recorder, thereby interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to standing order number 115 1I. The member denied participating in a scuffle and claimed he fled the county assembly chambers during the commotion. However, CCTV footage presented to the committee contradicted his statement capturing involvement in the incident. Additionally, the Honorable member denied any knowledge of the whereabouts of the answered recorder, despite video evidence suggesting otherwise. The committee noted the inconsistencies between the member's testimony and the video footage provided. The incident formed part of the broader pattern of disorderly conduct and disrupted the proceedings of the House during the special sitting held on 15 August of 2025. The Honorable member did not offer any explanation for the discrepancies and did not express remorse or provide justification for his conduct during the incident. 4-0, Mr. Speaker. 410, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Edina Tonui. Allegations is shouting unnecessarily, thereby interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to standing order 115. And number 2, Mr. Speaker, is engaging in a scuffle for the answered recorder, thereby interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to standing order 115. The Honorable member appeared before the committee and was examined under oath in relation to the 2 allegations, shouting unnecessarily during the proceedings and engaging in a scuffle for the answered recorder, both contrary to standing order 115 1I. The member confirmed being present in the chambers on 15 August and admitted to shouting unnecessarily, clarifying that it was done in jest and not with the intention of disrupting the House proceedings. Regarding the second allegation, Mr. Speaker, the member explained that she fell during the commotion and noticed the answered recorder on the floor. She attempted to pick it up, but was unable to do so as another honorable member whom she could not identify pushed it away, Mr. Speaker. In her closing remarks, Mr. Speaker, the member expressed regret over her actions and pleaded for leniency from the committee. She also acknowledged her limited understanding for the standing orders, especially those governing decorum during proceedings, and committed to taking time to familiarize herself with the relevant provisions to ensure better conduct in future. Submissions, Mr. Speaker, number 11 by Honorable Kimweno Kirui, obstructing the Sergeant-at-Arms officers in the execution of their duties contrary to standing order number 115 1I. The Honorable member appeared before the committee and was examined under oath regarding the allegations of obstructing the Sergeant-at-Arms officers in the execution of their duties contrary to standing order number 115(1)(I). The member admitted to the allegation and attributed his actions to the emotional and tense atmosphere that arose from the impeachment motion discussed during the special sitting on 15th August of 2025. He explained that the child environment led to reactions that may not have been appropriate, including his own conduct. In his closing remarks, the member expressed sincere regret for his actions and formally apologized for any wrongdoing that may have occurred on that day. He also appealed to the committee for leniency in their judgment and requested that they consider the overall disorderly conduct exhibited by other members during the same sitting when making their final decisions. Number 12, Mr. Speaker, is Honorable Fancy Chepkorir Korir, Mr. Speaker. Allegations number 1, Mr. Speaker, is engaging in violence against Honorable Dora, contrary to standing order number 114(1)(G). 114(1)(G), Mr. Speaker. And number 2 is hurling stones at the Speaker's office, thereby posing personal security threat to the Right Honorable Speaker and causing damage to the property. The Honorable Member appeared before the committee and was examined under oath regarding 2 allegations, engaging in violence against Honorable Dora Keino and hurling stones at the Speaker's office, contrary to standing order number 114(1)(G). The member admitted to having physically engaged with Honorable Dora Keino, an action corroborated by video evidence. She explained that her conduct was provoked by verbal insults from Honorable Dora Keino and added that she had been emotionally affected due to being stripped of leadership roles within the county assembly. On the second allegation, the member denied hurling stones to the Speaker's office but admitted to picking up a stone with the intention of throwing it. However, she claimed it was too heavy and she dropped it. This was contrary to CCTV footage presented by the Sergeant at Arms, which appeared to show otherwise. Further, the high witness confirmed to have seen Honorable Fancy Korir actually throwing stones to the Speaker's office. In her closing remarks, Mr. Speaker, the member expressed regret over her conduct on 15th August of 2025 and asked for leniency from the committee. She also stated that she had personally apologized to Honorable Dora Keino for her actions and promised to uphold better decorum moving forward. Mr. Speaker, number 13, submissions by Julius Langat, Mr. Speaker, that is security officer, Mr. Speaker. The witness, a security officer, appeared before the committee and was examined under oath regarding the offense that occurred on 15 August 2025 at approximately 7:30 p.m. Following the conclusion of the impeachment proceeding against Governor Mutai while conducting his routine patrol within the county assembly premises. The officer reported witnessing Honorable Paul B., Honorable Noela Opile, and Honorable Fancy Korir actively throwing stones at the windows of the Speaker's office. The officer stated that he attempted to intervene by verbally persuading the members not to proceed with their actions. However, his efforts were unsuccessful, and the members continued with the disruptive behavior. The committee took note of the officer's testimony and further acknowledged that this count was corroborated by CCTV footage that had been presented as evidence. This footage confirmed that the involvement of the mentioned honorable members in the incident, which posed a security risk and resulted in property damage to the Speaker's office. The officer's statement added credibility and supported the case regarding disorderly conduct by the said members. Mr. Speaker, number 14 is submission by Bernard Biegon, security officer. The witness, a security officer, appeared before the committee and was examined under oath. He reported that on 15 August 2025 at approximately 7:30 p.m. Shortly after the conclusion of the impeachment proceeding against Governor Mutai, He observed Honorable Paul B. Honorable Noela Opile and Honorable Fancy Kori throwing stones at the Speaker's office while on his routine patrol within the County Assembly precincts. The officer stated that he attempted to dissuade the members from engaging in the act. However, his efforts were unsuccessful and the incident proceeded. The committee acknowledged and emphasized that the witness's testimony aligned with the CCTV footage presented as evidence, which clearly captured the mentioned members participating in the act. The incident posed a security threat and resulted in a damage to property. Reinforcing the seriousness of the misconduct, the corroboration between the witness account and the video evidence strengthened the case of disorderly and violent conduct against the three honorable members. Number 15, Mr. Speaker, is submission by Honorable Hilary Kibet-Posuben. Allegation is obstructing the Sergeant at Arms officers in the execution of their duties, contrary to Standing Order number 115.1. The Honorable Member appeared before the committee and was examined under oath regarding the allegations of obstructing the Sergeant at Arms officers in the execution of their duties, contrary to Standing Order number 115.1I. The incident occurred during the special sitting of 15 August 2025, which was convened to deliberate on the impeachment of His Excellency Dr. Eric Mutai. In his testimony, the member denied intentionally obstructing the Sergeant at Arms and explained that his actions were misinterpreted. He stated that he was attempting to intervene in a situation where Honorable Albert Kipkoech appeared to be stifled by another honorable member during the chaotic events in the chambers. He clarified that he did not attempt to pick or approach the mess as had been alleged, but was instead trying to ensure safety and order. He also noted that he felt safer remaining around the Speaker's table during the commotion. In his closing remarks, the member expressed regret for his actions and acknowledged that the day had been tense and emotionally charged. He apologized for any disorderly conduct and asked the committee for leniency, reaffirming his respect for the authority of the House and commitment to abide by the standing orders moving forward. Honorable Ezron Kimweno, number 16, Mr. Speaker, allegations of pushing and pulling Honorable Irene Jebet and Honorable Fancy Korir, contrary to Standing Order number 114.1G. The Honorable Member appeared before the committee and was examined under oath regarding the allegations of pushing and pulling Honorable Irene and Honorable Fancy, contrary to Standing Order 114. The member confirmed that he was present in the County Assembly chambers on 15 August 2025 during a highly emotional special sitting, where tensions escalated following the announcement of the electronic voting results on the impeachment. The member explained the outcome of the vote caused dissatisfaction among honorable members, leading to both verbal and physical altercations on the floor. While the Sergeant at Arms officers attempted to restore order, they were quickly overwhelmed by the chaos. The member stated that he took it upon himself to assist in calming the situation and intervene in the confrontation of Honorable Irene Chebet and Honorable Fancy and Honorable Dora. He further noted that the scaffold was triggered when Honorable Dora, who was exiting the chambers, was pulled back by Honorable Edina Tawanui and Honorable Irene Chebet, prompting the disorder. His involvement, he said, was purely an effort to contain the escalating conflict. Additionally, the member informed the committee that he witnessed Honorable Francis Terrer picking the answer recorder and leaving the chambers in a hurried manner, as later corroborated by video footage presented before the committee. The member maintained that his actions was not aggressive, but were aimed at restoring calm amidst the disorder. Submission by Honorable Vincent Kirui, allegations of engaging in a scaffold for the answer recorder, thereby interrupting and disrupting proceedings. Contrary to Standing Order number 115.1, the Honorable Member appeared before the committee and was examined under oath regarding the allegations of engaging in a scaffold for the answer recorder, thereby interrupting and disrupting proceedings contrary to Standing Order number 115. In his testimony, the member denied involvement in the scaffold, stating that his actions was interpreted, he explained that he was attempting to intervene in two separate incidents. First, when the sergeant at arms was containing Honorable Kimweno Kirui, and second, while trying to separate Honorable Halbert and Honorable Gibet Pasuben from engaging in a physical altercation. When questioned about the whereabouts of the answered recorder, which went missing during the session, the member stated that he had no knowledge of its location. However, video footage presented to the committee showed the member obstructing the sergeant at arms during the execution of their duties. The member responded by stating that what appeared as an obstruction was, in fact, an attempt to intervene in the cause of Honorable Paul B., who was also being contained by sergeant at arms. He maintained that his involvement was aimed at de-escalating tension rather than disrupting proceedings. Number 18, Mr. Speaker, is submission by Honorable Anita Mibei. Allegations is engaging in a scuffle for the answer recorder and shouting unnecessarily contrary to standing order number 115. The Honorable Member appeared before the committee and was examined under oath regarding allegations of engaging in a scuffle for answer recorder and shouting unnecessarily contrary to standing order number 115.1. In her initial response, the member denied involvement in the both scuffle and shouting. However, video footage presented to the committee confirmed her participation in both actions. The member acknowledged that she was present in the County Assembly chambers on 15 August 2025 during the special sitting. When further questioned, she stated that did not take the answered recorder, and any attempt to do so was unintentional. Regarding the shouting, she attributed it to frustrations and emotional response following the contentious outcome of the electronic voting process. When challenged by the committee to why she chose to shout rather than use appropriate channels to raise her concerns, the member explained that she was not in a stable state of mind at the time and acted impulsively. To pick it up, but was unable to do so, as another honorable member, whom she could not identify, pushed it away. Sorry, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Emphasize that our actions were not premeditated or meant to disrupt any proceedings. In our closing remarks, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Anita Mibei, the member, expressed regret for her disorderly conduct on the day in question and sincerely apologized to the committee, requesting leniency in its final verdict. Submission by Honorable Dora Keino, that is number 19, Mr. Speaker, fighting back after being accosted by Honorable Fancy and Honorable Irene. Contrary to standing order number 114.1G, the Honorable Member appeared before the committee and was examined under oath concerning the allegations of fighting back after being accosted by Honorable Fancy Korir and Honorable Irene Chebet, contrary to standing order number 114.1G. The member admitted to the physical altercation, but stated that her actions were in self-defense, as she explained that on 15 August 2025, she intended to leave the chambers through the Speaker's private exit. But upon finding it locked, she opted to the main exit. While attempting to leave, she was confronted and attacked by Honorable Fancy Korir and Honorable Irene Chebet, prompting her to fight back. The committee reviewed the video footage for the incident, which corroborated the member's account of being accosted. During the session, the member also clarified that she had not received any apology from Honorable Fancy Korir despite earlier claims suggesting otherwise. In her closing remarks, the member expressed regret over the events of that day and sincerely apologized for her disorderly conduct during the sitting. She requested the committee to consider the circumstances under which the altercation occurred and appealed for leniency in their final determination of the matter. Mr. Speaker, specific committee's findings. Specific committee findings, Mr. Speaker, that is observations. The Powers and Privileges Committee, having considered the witness evidence, found out the following. Gilbert Kirui, the Sergeant at Arms. The committee, based on the testimony of the Sergeant at Arms and corroborated CCTV footage, established that significant disorder occurred on 15 August 2025, involving attempted arson, forceful vehicle entry KH 075Y, a fracas inside the chambers, and unruly conduct by 16 members outside the assembly. Evidence presented included CCTV footage and exhibit KCA SAA Exhibit 2, a broken chair beast. Honorable Paul B was captured on CCTV hurling stones at the Speaker's office, and act witnessed by Honorable Noela Opile, Honorable Francis Korir, Honorable Gilbert Kirui, Honorable Julius Langat, and Honorable Bernard Biegon. A fact-finding visit to the Speaker's office confirmed the extent of the damage, including 4 shattered window bends and a couple of stones used in the incident. Additionally, it was noted that Honorable Francis Terrell confiscated the answered recorders during the chaos. The committee finds that these actions constituted serious breaches of standing orders and demonstrated gross misconduct and breach of decorum within the assembly. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Gabriela Chemweno, the committee observed that the Honorable member engaged in unnecessary shouting during the special sitting held on 15 August 2025, thereby disrupting proceedings of the House contravening of standing order in the contravention of standing order number 115(1)(I). Under the order, the member confirmed her presence in the chambers and accepted the accuracy of the CCTV footage presented. She attributed her conduct to emotionally charged environment and her lack of trust in the electronic voting system. Additionally, the member admitted that she did not participate in the electronic voting process exercise contrary to the provisions of the standing order. She further acknowledged that she failed to follow appropriate procedures for registering her grievances and expressed remorse, apologizing for her actions during the sessions. Honorable Anthony Ruto, the committee found that the Honorable member picked the answered recorder during the special sitting, an action that triggered a scuffle and unnecessarily disrupted the proceedings of the House. Contrary to standing order number 115(1), although the member denied having any disruptive intent, video footage presented to the committee clearly confirmed the resulting disorder caused by his conduct. While under oath, the member acknowledged that the CCTV footage was a true and accurate reflection of the offense. Mr. Speaker, he admitted to picking the answered recorder from the Speaker's desk after being alerted by Honorable Dora Keno that it had been left behind. He subsequently handed the device to Honorable Peter Kemoy, after which a confrontation ensued between Honorable Edna Tanui and Honorable Francis Terrer, both attempting to seize it. The member claimed his actions were in good faith, aimed at safeguarding the recorder from potential loss or damage. However, the committee noted that despite his stated intentions, it was not within the member's role or mandate to handle the answered recorder, particularly during a sitting, thereby contributing to a disorderly conduct. Honorable Albert Kipkoech, the committee observed that the Honorable member was involved in a physical altercation with Honorable Irene Chebet, contrary to standing order for 114(1)(G, which outlines disorderly conduct within the presence of the county assembly. The member appeared before the committee under oath and confirmed that the CCTV footage presented accurately captured the offense of 15 August 2025. He stated that his primary intention was to safeguard the mess amid a scuffle involving Honorable Vincent Kirui and Honorable Gibet Pasuben and Honorable Paul B. During the incident, he claimed to have been slapped from behind by Honorable Chebet Irene, prompting him to pursue her to seek clarification before being restrained by Honorable Israel Kimweno. The committee noted that while the member claimed provocation, His reaction contributed to further escalation of the disorder. Additionally, the member confirmed witnessing Honorable Francis Terer picking up the answered recorder during the same sitting. The committee found this conduct inconsistent with the standards of decorum expected of members. Honorable Dominic Mutai, the committee observed that the honorable member was actively involved in picking the answered recorder, which triggered scuffle within the chambers, and was also captured shouting unnecessarily during the proceedings. These actions collectively disrupted the orderly conduct of business in the House contrary to Standing Order number 115(1)(I), which prohibits behavior that interrupts and interferes with the smooth functioning of the Assembly proceedings. While the member may not have intended to cause disruption, the result of his actions contributed to heightened tension and confusion during the session. The scuffle that ensued over the answered recorder, coupled with the shouting, significantly undermined the decorum expected with the legislative environment. The committee further noted that, that regardless of the member's intention, the act of handling assembly property, such as answered recorder, is not within the remit of honorable members and should be left to designated officers. Overall, the members' behavior reflected poorly on the dignity and procedural order of the Assembly. Honorable Noela Opile. The committee found that the honorable member, Honorable Noela Opile, engaged in a conduct that disturbed the proceedings of the County Assembly in violation of Standing Order 115(1)(I). Video and CCTV footages presented to the committee show the member shouting unnecessarily during the session and later throwing a stone at the Speaker's office. While under oath, the member partially admitted to the shouting but denied throwing stone, claiming she acted under duress. However, the physical damage to the Speaker's office and corroborating evidence confirmed her involvement in the incident. The committee noted that such behavior not only disturbed the orderly conduct of the Assembly business, but also undermined the dignity and integrity of the office she holds. Number 7, Mr. Speaker, is Honorable Paul B. The committee observed that Honorable member was actively involved in scuffle over the answered recorder, an incident that resulted in the disruption of proceedings within the County Assembly chambers in contravention of Standing Order number 115(1)(I). This conduct interrupted an orderly business of the House and undermined the expected standards of decorum and discipline. Furthermore, CCTV footage, Exhibit KCA SAA Exhibit 1, captured the honorable member hurling stones at the Speaker's office, an act that was carried out with the aid of Honorable Noela Opile and Honorable Fancy Korir. This action posed a significant threat to the personal safety of the Right Honorable Speaker and resulted in physical damage to the Speaker's office, as confirmed by the committee during its site visit. Despite the clear visual evidence and corroborating testimony, the honorable member denied both allegations when examined under oath. Nevertheless, the member expressed regret over the events of the day and highlighted the need of maintaining maturity and decorum during Assembly proceedings. He also appealed to the committee to render a fair and impartial verdict. The committee took note of the members' failure to acknowledge responsibility, despite overwhelming evidence, as a concerning reflection of disregard for established parliamentary standards and expectations. Number 8 is Honorable Irene Chebet Langat. The committee observed that the honorable member was involved in a physical altercation with Honorable Dora, causing damage to furniture and ceiling in the County Assembly, and engaged in a separate physical dispute with Honorable Albert Kipkoech. These actions contravene Standing Order number 114G, which prohibits disorderly and violent behavior with the Assembly presence. During the inquiry, the member denied breaking and throwing a chamber seat, despite Exhibit KCA SAA Exhibit 2, and physical evidence confirmed the damage. Though she admitted to throwing water bottle, she also denied being violent towards Honorable Albert Kipkoech despite video footage to the contrary, and could not recall the fight with Honorable Dora. Honorable Francis Terer. The committee found that the honorable member engaged in a scuffle for answered recorder, causing interruption and disruption of House proceedings contrary to Standing Order 115(I). The behavior violated the expected decorum and order within the county assembly. Despite clear video footage capturing the members' involvement in the scuffle, the honorable member denied the allegations when examined under oath. She claimed to have fled the chamber during the incident and denied any knowledge of whereabouts of the answered recorder, contradicting the evidence presented. The committee concluded that the members' actions undermined the orderly conduct of the business in the assembly and were inconsistent with the standards expected of members. Honorable Edina Tawanui, that is number 10, Mr. Speaker, the committee observed that the honorable member engaged in unnecessary shouting and was involved in a scuffle for the answered recorder, both of which interrupted and disrupted the proceedings of the House, thereby violating standing orders number 115(1)(I). Such behavior was deemed a breach of the decorum expected with the assembly and promised the orderly conduct of its business. Upon examination under oath, the member admitted to being present in the chambers on 15 August 2025 and acknowledged that the act of shouting, explaining that it was done out of fun rather than the intention to disrupt proceedings. Regarding the scuffle for the answered recorder, the member stated that she fell during the incident and attempted to pick the recorder but was unable to do so because it was pushed away by another unidentified honorable member. The committee noted these admissions as significant in understanding the disruption caused during the session. Honorable Kimweno Kirui, Mr. Speaker, the committee found that honorable member admitted to obstructing the sergeant-at-arms in the execution of their duties. In violation of Standing Order 115(1)(I), the member explained that his conduct resulted from the heightened emotions during the discussion of a highly emotive motion at the special sitting on 15 August 2025. Recognizing the severity of his actions, he pleaded for leniency and urged the committee to consider the broader context of general disorder behavior exhibited by several members on that day. The committee noted that admission on the circumstance presented but emphasized the importance of maintaining order and respect of the duties of the sergeant-at-arms during the assembly proceedings. Mr. Speaker, Korir, the committee observed that the honorable member engaged in a violent conduct against Honorable Dora, violating Standing Order number 114(1)(G), which prohibits disorderly and violent behavior. This was supported by video evidence and the member's admission under oath. The member attributed her actions partly to verbal provocation and dissatisfactions over losing leadership positions within the assembly. Furthermore, the member was involved in their weight, a claim contradicted by CCTV footage. These actions undermine the dignity, safety, and decorum of the assembly. Julius Langat, Security Officer, Mr. Speaker, the committee found that on 15 August 2025, shortly after the impeachment proceedings against Dr. Mutai, Honorable Paul B., Honorable Noela Opile, Honorable Fancy Korir, threw stones at the Speaker's office windows. A security officer witness testified under oath that he observed the incident during the routine patrol and attempted unsuccessfully to intervene. CCTV footage corroborated the witness's account, clearly showing the members involved. This behavior constituted a serious breach of decorum and security, posing a threat to the safety of the Speaker and causing damage to the county assembly property. Bernard Biegon, Security Officer, Mr. Speaker, the committee found that on 15 August 2025, Honorable Paul B., Honorable Noela Opile, Honorable Fancy Korir was witnessed throwing stones at the Speaker's office, as confirmed by a sworn testimony on CCTV footage. Despite efforts by a security officer to intervene and stop the members, they persisted in their actions. This conduct posed a serious security threat to the Speaker and resulted in a damage to the county assembly property, constituting a clear breach of decorum and safety protocols within the assembly. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Hilary Basuben, Mr. Speaker, the committee found that the honorable member obstructed the sergeant-at-arms officers in the execution of their lawful duties during the special sitting held on 15 August 2025. In contravention of the Standing Orders number 115(I), The obstruction significantly hindered the officer's ability to maintain order within the chamber during a highly charged and emotive session, thereby contributing to the broader disruption of proceedings. While the member appearing under oath admitted to being involved in the incident, he explained that his actions were intended to intervene on behalf of the Honorable Albert Kipkoech, who was being restrained by another member. He further denied any intent to approach or interfere with the mess. Nonetheless, the committee determined that his conduct amounted to obstruction and fell below the standards of decorum and discipline expected of members of the County Assembly. The committee underscored that regardless of the emotional context, all members must adhere to the standing orders to safeguard the integrity, dignity, and procedural functioning of the County Assembly. Number 16, Honorable Kimweno Esron, Mr. Speaker. The committee observed that the Honorable member engaged in a physical contact involving the pushing and pulling of Honorable Irene Chebet and Fancy Korir, which contravenes standing order number 114(1)G. That prohibits violent and disorder behavior by members within the presence of the Assembly. The conduct was found to be inconsistent with the standards of decorum expected and contributed to the disruption of the order during the proceedings. The committee noted that the Honorable member was present in the chambers on 15 August 2025 during the highly emotional sitting following the announcement of electronic voting results. The member explained that tensions escalated, leading to both verbal and physical altercations. While the Sergeant-at-Arms officers attempted to restore order, they were overwhelmed, prompting the member to intervene in a scuffle involving Honorable Irene Chebet and Honorable Fancy Korir and Honorable Dora Keino. The confrontation reportedly began when Dora was pulled back by Honorable Edna Tanui and Honorable Irene Chebet. Additionally, the member informed the committee that he witnessed Honorable Francis Terrer picking the answered recorder and exiting the chamber, a claim corroborated by video footage evidence presented during the proceedings. On the Vincent Kirui, Mr. Speaker, the committee observed that the Honorable member was involved in a scuffle over the answered recorder, which resulted in interruption and disruption of the County Assembly proceedings. In contravention of the standing order number 115(1)I, the conduct contributed to general disorder witnessed during the session and undermined the expected standards of the decorum within the County Assembly. While appearing before the committee under oath, the Honorable member denied participating in a scuffle over the answered recorder, claiming instead that he was intervening as the Sergeant-at-Arms was attempting to contain Honorable Kimweno Kirui. He further stated that he was trying to separate Honorable Albert Kipkoech and Honorable Gibet Pasuben during the physical confrontation. The member also denied knowledge of the answered recorder's whereabouts. However, the committee reviewed video footage and clearly captured the member obstructing the Sergeant-at-Arms in the execution of his duties, particularly during the effort to contain Honorable Bol P. Based on this evidence, Mr. Speaker, the committee concluded that the Honorable member's action did not in fact contribute to the disruption of the proceedings and violated standing order number 115(1)I. The conduct displayed was deemed inappropriate and inconsistent with the responsibilities of a member of the County Assembly. 18, Mr. Speaker, is Honorable Anita Mibei. The committee found that the Honorable member was involved in a scuffle over the answered recorder and engaged in an unnecessary shouting, both of which interrupted and disrupted proceedings of the County Assembly, contrary to standing order number 115(1)I. These actions contributed to the breakdown of the order during the special sitting held on 15 August 2025 and undermined the expected standards of decorum and discipline within the Assembly. The member's conduct was deemed disorderly and inconsistent with the responsibilities and expectations of a County Assembly member. While under oath, the member denied taking the answered recorder, but admitted to being present at the chambers and engaging in shouting during the session. She attributed her shouting to dissatisfaction with the electronic voting process and stated that she was not in her best state of mind at the time. Despite video evidence confirming her involvement in disruption, the member failed to provide convincing explanation as to why she did not raise her concerns through appropriate channels. Mr. Speaker, number 19 is Honorable Dora Keino. The committee found that Honorable member engaged in a physical altercation by fighting back after being accosted by Honorable Fancy and Honorable Irene. In contravention of Standing Order number 114 1G, which prohibits violent and disorderly conduct within the presence of the Assembly. The member, while under oath, Mr. Speaker, admitted to retaliating in self-defense after being attacked while attempting to exit the chambers through the main door. Having found the Speaker's private exit locked, the committee noted that her account was corroborated by video footage submitted as evidence during the inquiry. Additionally, the member confirmed that she had not received an apology from Honorable Fancy regarding the altercation, despite the circumstance of the member's response contributed to the escalations of disorder during the sittings. That is the end of submissions of the Honorable members, Mr. Speaker. Now, committee recommendations, Mr. Speaker. I know it has been long, Mr. Speaker, but we are ending. Section 16E of the Powers and Privileges Committee Act of 2017, Mr. Speaker, states that the Committee of Powers and Privileges may find a member to be in breach of privilege if the member conducts himself or herself in a manner which, in the opinion of the Committee on Powers and Privileges, is intended or is likely to reflect adversely on the dignity or integrity of the County Assembly, or of the members, or to be contrary to the best interest of a County Assembly or of its members. Further, Section 3 of the County Assembly Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, Mr. Speaker, provides that where a County Assembly finds that a member has committed a breach of privilege, the County Assembly may, in addition to any penalty to which the member may be liable under this Act or any other law, impose or more of the following penalties: A, a formal warning; B, a reprimand; C, an order to apologize to the County Assembly or a person in a manner to be recommended by the Committee on Powers and Privileges. D, the withholding of a specific period of time of the member's rights to the use or enjoyment of any specified facility provided to the members of the county by the County Assembly. E, the removal or suspension for a specified period of time of the member from any county assembly position occupied by the member. F, such fine in terms of the member's monthly salary and allowances as the House may determine. G, the suspension of the member for such period as the House may decide, whether or not the County Assembly or any of its committees is scheduled to meet during that period. H, vacation of the seat pursuant to Article 75 2B and 194 1C of the Constitution. Pursuant to Section 16E and Section 3 of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, Mr. Speaker, and upon thoroughly inquiry into the alleged disorderly conduct by certain honorable members, the Committee on Powers and Privileges finds that the conduct of the members in questions amounts to breach of privilege. The members acted in a manner that, in the opinion of the committee, reflected adversely on the dignity and integrity of the County Assembly, disrupted proceedings, undermined the authority of the Speaker, and compromised decorum expected of elected and nominated representatives. The committee considered the testimonies presented under oath, CCTV footage, video clips, physical exhibits, and the accounts of eyewitnesses and Sergeant Terms officers submitted as evidence. It was noted with concern that the instances of shouting, scuffles, physical and verbal altercations, obstruction of chamber officers, hurling of objects, including stones at the Speaker's office, and damage to the Assembly property, such conduct is in direct violation of Standing Order number 114G and standing order number 115, 1I, among other provisions of the law. In light of these findings, Mr. Speaker, and as guided by the mandate of the committee under section 17.3 of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, and standing orders of Kericho County Assembly and committee recommendations, the committee recommends the following disciplinary actions. Mr. Speaker, 1. Formal warning and reprimand. All members found to have engaged in disorderly conduct shall receive a formal warning and reprimand for conduct unbecoming of a member of the County Assembly. Number 2, mandatory apology. Mr. Speaker, no problem, Mr. Speaker. I'll continue, no problem. It's not a big mess. Okay. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, mandatory apology. The implicated members shall tender a written and oral apology to the County Assembly and to any individual member adversely affected by their conduct in a formal to be determined by the committee. The following members of the County Assembly have been preferred with this disciplinary action with immediate effect upon adoption of this report by the House. 1, Honorable Anthony Ruto. 2, Honorable Ethan Atonui. 3, Honorable Dora Keino. 4, Honorable Kimweno Kirui. 5, Honorable Vincent Kirui. 6, Honorable Dominic Mutai. 7, Honorable Hilary Pausuben. And 8, Honorable Gabriela Chemweno. That is the ruling, Mr. Speaker. Withholding of facilities. The implicated member shall have their access to certain county assembly facilities, including conferences rooms, official lounges, and travel privileges, withheld for a period not exceeding 30 sittings. Number 4, suspension from assembly and positions held. Any member holding a leadership or committee positions within the assembly who is found culpable shall be suspended from the position for a period not exceeding 90 calendar days, equivalent to 48 sittings. Mr. Speaker, the following members of the County Assembly have been preferred with this disciplinary action with immediate effect upon adoption of this report by the House. 1, Honorable Fancy Korir, MCA, Mr. Speaker. 2, Honorable Irene Jebet Langat, MCA, Mr. Speaker. 3, Honorable Paul B, MCA, Mr. Speaker. And 4, Honorable Noela Opile, Mr. Speaker. Number 5, suspension from the Assembly. Members found to have committed grave violations, including physical altercation and destruction of property, shall be suspended from sittings of the County Assembly for a period of 30 calendar days, equivalent to 16 sittings. The following members of the County Assembly have been preferred with this disciplinary action with immediate effect upon the adoption of this report by the House. Honorable Francis Terere and Honorable Anita Mibei, MCS, Mr. Speaker. The mentioned members must have failed the answered recorder within 1 month from the date of adoption of this report. From the entire investigation, the committee found that the allegations against Honorable Albert Kipkoech and Honorable Ezron Kimweno Ngetich were unsubstantiated. The committee applauded them for assisting the Sergeant-at-Arms, whom they were overwhelmed at that time, Mr. Speaker. The recommendations are made in the interest of preserving the dignity, integrity, and the functioning of the County Assembly, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you will allow me now, Mr. Speaker, maybe to make it clear, Mr. Speaker, I know this things, Mr. Speaker, is that the 2 honorable members should provide the answered report, the answered recorder, Mr. Speaker, within 1 month at the time they will be serving their suspension, Mr. Speaker. And the other 4 honorable members, Mr. Speaker, who are found to have done massive destructions of the county assembly properties, Mr. Speaker, that is Honorable Fancy, Honorable Irene Chebet, Honorable Paul B. and Honorable Noela Opilo, Mr. Speaker, will be serving a suspension of 90 days. And at the same time, Mr. Speaker, they shall be de-whipped by their respective parties, Mr. Speaker, the positions they hold, the 4 of them, Mr. Speaker. And the other members, Mr. Speaker, that is, the other members, Mr. Speaker, they've been asked to write an apology, a written apology, and the verbal one at the plenary, Mr. Speaker, when we come back after the adoption of this report, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, and the other 2 members, that is Honorable Albert Kipkoech and Honorable Ezron Ngetich, Mr. Speaker, the committee have found them to have been assisting the Sergeant at Arms, Mr. Speaker, in protecting the mess and separating honorable members during the scaffold, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me to go to the acknowledgement, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me to take this opportunity to thank all members of the Powers and Privileges Committee for their input and valuable contributions during the inquiry. The committee also takes this opportunity to thank the officers of the Speaker and the clerk for their support during this inquiry. On behalf of the Powers and Privileges Committee and pursuant to County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act of 2017 and the provisions of the standing orders, it is my pleasant duty, Mr. Speaker, to present this report, to represent to this House the committee's report on the alleged disorderly conduct by some honorable members. It is signed by the chairperson, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Allow me, Mr. Speaker, to call upon Honorable Chief Whip, Mr. Speaker, and the Vice Chair National, Mr. Speaker, and the MCA representing Seredu Cheptoro, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Harold Rotich, to second my motion, Mr. Speaker. Even as I finish, Mr. Speaker, the copies of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act, which is a law now, Mr. Speaker, guiding this House, is available at the clerk's office, Mr. Speaker. Members can pick to see other charges that may be preferred to them, Mr. Speaker, in case they behave disorderly. Thank you. I submit.
Thank you, the Honorable Majority Leader, for moving a very lengthy motion of the adoption of your report. I now give this opportunity to the Honorable Party Chief Whip, Honorable Harold Rotich, to second the motion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I stand here to second the motion that has been tabled by the Majority Leader on the Powers and Privileges Committee, Mr. Speaker. And first, Mr. Speaker, I want to also confirm that the report is actually elaborate, Mr. Speaker, that it actually entails every person every member that probably did something contrary or anything contrary to the standing orders and probably to the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that from the onset that this House is actually governed by the rule of law, that is the standing order. And for those members who have just been read by the Majority Leader, Mr. Speaker, I want to request and inform all the other members that they should at all times conduct themselves with decorum. And Mr. Speaker, lastly, as I stand, I also want to state categorically that, Mr. Speaker, when we sat, Mr. Speaker, and probably interrogated the members that were mentioned, Mr. Speaker, everybody could actually appear and probably give his account on that date, on 15th, Mr. Speaker. And Mr.
Mr. Speaker, we found out that most of the members that appeared before Powers and Privileges were not remorseful. All that they were captured by the CCTV, others were captured by the video, live recording before this honorable House, Mr. Speaker. Remember, some parts of the county assembly were damaged, Mr. Speaker, like there, when you see there are holes that look like there are some houses that probably have invaded the county assembly, Mr. Speaker. And, Mr. Speaker, most of them were not remorseful. So, Mr. Speaker, remember, everybody at the county assembly must conduct he himself or herself, following the standing orders. I think that is all, Mr. Speaker, and I want to second the report that has been tabled by the majority, and I thank you.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Whip. I now rise to propose the question that this House approves the report on the Powers and Privileges Committee on the alleged breach of privileges by some of the honorable members of the County Assembly. So, members, the floor is now open for debate. Honorable Weldon Rogon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the report tabled by the Majority Leader, the Honorable Philip Rono, on Powers and Privileges Committee. Mr. Speaker, if you recall the happenings of that day, you saw the videos shared by so many people in all the social media platforms. Mr. Speaker, the members who have been called to appear before the committee, I'm aware some of them completely, denied the allegations, despite the fact that CCTV footages are there, the videos in this in this House, Mr. Speaker, were availed. Mr. Speaker, the decision by the committee to make to prefer some of those charges in a number of those members will serve as a warning, so that in future, Mr. Speaker, when we are debating in this House, the members should know that they are acting as guided by the standing orders. I want to give a very good example, Mr. Speaker. The Honorable Gilbert Ngetich, MCA representing Kishara Ward, when we finished the debate, Mr. Speaker, here, he walked out. He never touched anybody because he understood what it means to be in this House. So some of the members going an extra mile, even throwing stones or throwing anything that they had in their possession, simply because they are protesting. Mr. Speaker, most of these members should know that they were elected and they are honorable members, and they are guided by the standing orders and the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, so that in future, Mr. Speaker, when we come up with a matter that can be contested, they should understand that they are guided by law. Because, Mr. Speaker, suppose I imagined when stones were thrown at the Speaker's office, suppose the Speaker was there, and you saw the size of the stones. I saw the Honorable Noela Opile breaking stone into 4. In fact, not even a stone, it is something, the building blocks outside there. If that one caught the Speaker, Mr. Speaker, our Speaker would be hospitalized for nothing. The Speaker is a referee in the whole matter, and we expect the members to respect the office of the Speaker. With this, Mr. Speaker, I support the report.
Thank you, Honorable Rogon. Honorable Matthew Correa, 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And before then, I want to thank the Committee on Powers and Privilege for making sure that anything that is written in black and white, Mr. Speaker, is being implemented in this county assembly, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I remember sometimes back in October, Mr. Speaker, when I was invited to appear before this committee, Mr. Speaker, I could go on outside my way, Mr. Speaker, and find out the role and the powers that this committee has, Mr. Speaker. The only thing, Mr. Speaker, I had to prepare myself well and appear before this committee. reason, Mr. Speaker, I wanted not to be among those who have been mentioned here, Mr. Speaker, for refusing even to appear before the council. Fair to the honorable members. Mr. Speaker, in which county assembly where you can get an honorable member throwing a stone to the speaker and being given just 1 month suspension, Mr. Speaker, we know they will make noise. Even we have one honorable member, Mr. Speaker, when he was asked to go and not to participate in this debate, Mr. Speaker, he told me that you are suspending me. In fact, I am not even a member to this committee, Mr. Speaker. Before I appeared before this committee, Mr. Speaker, and I was trying to control my tempers, and I was trying to control my intelligence, Mr. Speaker, not even to behave badly, to make the committee members to suspend me, Mr. Speaker. If I have controlled myself, why not you? So, Mr. Speaker, for those who have given the punishment of 3 months to 1 month, and even those who have given the mandate to apologize before this county assembly, Mr. Speaker, I think it is high time for them even to do it, so that as we progress, Mr. Speaker, we work and behave in the manner that the law is required, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I remember when we entered this county assembly, we were given 2 letters, Mr. Speaker, just to sign. One was about the code of conduct, Mr. Speaker. Now we control our temperatures here, Mr. Speaker. You know, all of us, we are not coming from one ward. We are coming in different temperatures can rise, and we might go outside to our way and behave differently, Mr. Speaker. So to this, I want to thank the office of the Speaker, office of the Clerk, and even the members of this committee, Powers and Privilege. Mr. Speaker, in this county assembly, we can also behave in a manner that the laws require. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Matthew. Honorable Vincent Korir, 1 minute.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, sir, about this report that was done by the Powers and Privileges, I would like to say, Mr. Speaker, respect is very important, and you cannot buy or sell. And even if you have a small child or a kid, you have to respect them. Mr. Speaker, we were elected into this house, and we are a reflection of our society. And I believe when people elected us, they believe that we are people who are qualified to conduct ourselves and to be able to come and represent them in a very dignified, diligent, and also in a focused manner. Mr. Speaker, sir, if you find a leader shouting, you find a leader throwing stones, destroying property, then, Mr. Speaker, that one is not even within what we signed in Code of Conduct, and even in the Chapter 6 of the Constitution has values that clearly demonstrate how we should conduct ourselves as leaders. I've listened to what the conclusion and even the report findings of the Powers and Privileges, and I have come to even understand that we are not above the law as elected leaders. We are regulated. We are also governed by the law, and we should respect the law wherever we are. If we are in this house, we cannot throw fists around, we cannot maybe throw stones. All we need is to argue our point, and we have processes. We have set up whereby we need to present ourselves in a manner that we can also conduct. Yesterday, Mr. Speaker, I had a meeting of elders from my place. And actually, this concern is not only within us, even within the country. I don't think the Kenyan people, the Kericho people are happy to see ourselves tearing clothes here and fighting here and there. Mr. Speaker, the elders approached me yesterday and actually said they want to come here to do traditional cleansing, because you see they believed that what happened here is not good. And it was good because our senator was there, and he told them that we have a clear law that we follow in this house to do cleansing. So before even the elders come, even I have an elder waiting for me outside who is very concerned about this thing. He wants to come and do cleansing. So it means also the elders have their own powers and privileges. Before even the law was established, in our tradition, we have our own values that we should follow. So it means the act that maybe some of the members portrayed was not good. And it is good because we are governed, and the law must be followed to the letter. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I support the report. Thank you.
Thank you very much, honorable members. I think we've come to an end of that discussion. I want to call upon the leader of majority, the mover of the motion, to respond.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity once again, and also to thank the honorable members for having the trust in the report of the Powers and Privileges Committee, Mr. Speaker. At the beginning of hearings, Mr. Speaker, we had said that we will be very objective as a committee, and even as while coming up with these reports, Mr. Speaker, we were so considerate to so many things, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, still, Mr. Speaker, to ask one Honorable Francis Terrer, Mr. Speaker, based on the findings of this committee, Mr. Speaker, that answered recorder that contains crucial information of this House, Mr. Speaker, should only be held in safe custody by the answered editor and answered office, Mr. Speaker, not the honorable members. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, by failing to provide the same answered recorder, Mr. Speaker, the committee will still confirm, Mr. Speaker, and determine now the further disciplinary actions against the honorable members that has been typed by the report that they took the answered recorder, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, to the other honorable members, Mr. Speaker, I kindly request and still insist that we go through the Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, Mr. Speaker. It is a law, and in law, Mr. Speaker, though I am not a lawyer, the law will not want to know that maybe you are aware or not aware, Mr. Speaker. By the approval of the law, then it means every member should abide by the rules and regulations as governed by the same act, Mr. Speaker. And we are supposed to come back at exactly 2:30, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, and God bless you, honorable members. Thank you.
Thank you, leader majority. Honorable members, I now rise to put the question that this House approves the report of the Powers and Privileges Committee on the alleged breach of privileges by some honorable members of the County Assembly. As many as of that opinion say aye. As many as the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you, honorable members. I want to make the following direction that we applaud the two honorable members who did their best to make sure that peace is restored at the County Assembly. That is the Honorable Albert Kipkoech and the Honorable Hezron Kimngeno. And we kindly request the honorable members to borrow a leaf from the two honorable members because they were the peacemakers, and the Bible is very clear. You know, I'm a Christian. Matthew chapter 5 verse 9 says that happy are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. And that is one of the Beatitudes. Number two, honorable members, I also want to direct the office of the clerk to forward the recommendation of this report, one, to each and every honorable member that was affected. Number two, forward the same report to the Sergeant at Arms and any other department that has been, affected by the implementation of this report with immediate effect. In fact, they should forward it today, and as per the recommendation of the report takes effect immediately. Number two, I also want to reiterate what the Honorable Matthew Korir had said, that Speaker is only a referee, just like me. I'm just, being fair to every person, regardless of your political affiliation or support. Then to also reiterate what the majority leader said, that it is always good you get conversant with the Powers and Privileges Act. The County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act is only an act that was passed by and adopted by the Senate. So each and every honorable member should get a copy, as what the honorable majority leader said. And number two, you also revisit your code of conduct that you appended your signature during the time that you are being oriented, so that you know the consequences of going against some of those acts, and even the standing order. You also need to get conversant with the standing order. And then finally, ignorance has no defense in law. So you cannot do something and later on you say that I never knew. So ignorance has no defense in law. Honorable members, being no other business, this house stands adjourned until 2:30 p.m.